Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress Nutsglaze. I'm Nerdstalgic. So I've come to a decision. I was thinking today, looking at my schedule, and February is rapidly drawing to a close. I have decided, actually not really think, but I have decided that at the beginning of March we're going to be starting a new Dwarf Fortress Let's Play series. The reason for that is I know that Toady and PeridexisErrant, or Errant, whatever, the person that puts out LNP, they've advanced a few iterations beyond what I'm using right now. They've done some bug fixes with some things, so I'd like to go ahead and move beyond that, beyond what we're doing right now, since I know that it's a little bit behind. Our initial goal with this fortress was always just to kind of check out some of the new stuff, check out temples and libraries and taverns, and I feel like we've done that. That really was our only goal anyway, so we weren't really setting out to do anything, too different. It was a vanilla play with just looking at new things, adventures, and stuff like that. So I think we've achieved that. So I'm going to put in a few more episodes for Nutsglaze, and we'll see if we can't go out in a blaze of glory. Maybe we'll dig down to the circus. We've done that before. Other than that, I'm not really sure exactly how we could get up to trouble. I guess we could atom smash everybody, but I don't think that would be really that fun. So we'll do a few more episodes, but then at the beginning of March, we're going to be looking at something new. And I'm going to try to think of a theme that would be enjoyable for me to play, but also challenging at the same time. I want to balance the challenge with the enjoyment, because you guys have given me some really good ideas before about things to do in Dwarf Fortress. But if it's going to be like pulling out my beard hair one by one, I don't really want to do that. Just because it wouldn't be fun for me. So I'm a pretty firm believer that if I'm not having fun and I'm the one creating the content, then you guys are probably not going to be having fun watching it. Unless you're Schadenfreude, which if you're Schadenfreude, you might really like it. But I doubt any of you are Schadenfreude. At least not admittedly. So we're just going to continue on with status quo, what's going on here in our fortress. I would like to make a shout out to Dragon Knight, who confirmed something that I had suspicioned. Basically, we had problems before. Every time I came back to Dwarf Fortress and started playing, my workflow constraint would be not working. And I had kind of thought in my head that maybe that had something to do with the fact that I'm running an experimental version of LazyNewbPack with automation and stuff. That it's a buggy version, basically. It's an advanced version, and that is directly why that's happening. It's shutting off because I'm running a version that's not actually official. So that's pretty interesting. Masterpiece granite statue of George Archpaged. Really? Let's take a look at this. Can we take a look at it? Where's it at? No, it's just sitting here. I don't see it in here. Anyways, is that one of our citizens? Is that our mayor or something? George Archpaged. I see George the Broker. Is that George? George the Broker. View unit. Hard work is the true sign of character is apparently George's motto. George the lady, the girl. Lots of friends, friendly terms, passing acquaintances, a lady consort. Really? Lady consort, is that? I don't understand. Passing acquaintances, cool. Deity is Sodal. Deity of the dead dwarf, Sodal most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with forgiveness and mercy. Yeah, okay. Actually, that person made a statue of George. Because you can see right up here, Archpage, the broker. So there's a statue floating around of our broker for some reason. Somebody made a statue. Who made the statue? Is it one of her friends? Lolor Janet Moral. Let's take a look. Let's see if that's one of George's friends. Lolor? No. Wait. It's not even a friend. It's not even one of George's friends. It's an admirer from afar, I guess. That's pretty funny. Where is Lolor? This guy right here, Lolor. I saw Idla Swishnotch recite complaints in the Scoured Mist at the Lucky Bread. This is delightful. Cool. He has bad intuition and a very bad sense of empathy. Relationships. Ooh, a little bit of drama here. He's sculpting statues of another woman and he's married. I wonder if Liebash the Fisher Dwarf knows all about this. Wow. Are all these people living here? I guess they're not. She is, but they're not, because we can't zoom to them. He has quite a family. Look at all these aunts he has, aunts and uncles. One of his aunts is actually here as a Marksdorf. All these uncles and cousins. Damn, this guy has a huge family. Okay, so... Oh, we could also tell just because they'll have a job. So he's got some cousins that live here. He's got a... Oh, he has an apprentice. Neat. So he's on friendly terms with some people. So that's weird. He considers himself to be on friendly terms with George. However, George doesn't really have much to say about this person. So maybe it's a one-way relationship, I guess. Huh. Either that or I just completely missed it, which is possible too. I love the stuff that is getting added into this game. It really fleshes out the RP of it. It's so enjoyable to me because, you know, I've got this vivid imagination about what's going on in my head and I can picture it. Captain Boltlove. Nice name. Captain Boltlove. Doesn't sound like a dwarf, but I guess it could be. Entertainment, sure. Where is Captain? A dancer. Nice. I can now reside in Nutsglaze. That was very satisfying. Are you Can we see what you are? Go to unit. I'm trying to see what race Captain Boltlove is. Okay, that's the inventory. Huh. A short, sturdy creature fond of drinking industry. I figure it, yeah, Captain probably is a dwarf. I guess we could just go over and check therapist, and we'd find out fairly easily, but let's take a look. Captain. Oh, we got it set to squads. So we set it to migration wave, we can see Captain. There we go. So Captain's been here for maybe a while. Captain Alathabal is a dwarf, okay. A male dwarf dancer. He was sad because he was separated from a loved one. Oh. Do babies have... Yeah, babies have personality as well. Very quick to anger. More likely to throw tantrums and go berserk. That's every baby I've ever met. For sure. Looks like we need to dump some more clothes, guys. Look at all these clothes just hanging out. Lots of shoes and gloves. Some pants. It'd be nice if you could designate an area for this stuff. Okay, what are we kind of working on right now? So we have some nobles here with requirements, but we fulfilled them. We have 2 baronesses. We have a mayor. One of our baronesses has a mandate for the export of large gems prohibited. And somebody brought up to me after I kind of got a little pissy about that. They said, you know, remember, mandates are short term. And I understand that mandates are short term, but usually whenever a dwarf has a mandate against something, they're going to mandate it again and again and again. So the reason I got upset was because this is going to happen again. It's not going to just be a one-time thing where this dwarf has a flight of fancy and decides, well, I don't want you guys to sell any large gems. It's going to be a thing where it could happen at any point in time. So that's why I was like, meh. So, I mean, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be able to sell any large gems. It just means we're going to have to be a lot more careful about it. 2 more. See, we're getting flooded by applicants here, and I really don't know about that. Like, do we have to give them, can they use the bedrooms that we already have built? Or do we have to build a bedroom and attach it to the inn? Do we have to attach it to the temple? What do we have to do? Of course, soldiering. Sure. How are the... Okay, so we do have a 3rd barracks here. So we should probably, I guess, set up our 3rd militia. Didn't we already do that? I thought we already did that. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a few days since I recorded, so... and I'm notorious for not really preparing very well before. Squad. How many squads do we have? We only have 2. Okay, so we did not set up a 3rd squad. Alright, well, we're going to do that. So, we need to... Well, I guess let's open this back up, because we need to pick somebody. Ugh. Every time I open up something really white, it makes my face look really white. Ah. Okay. So let's look at military. See if we can find somebody here to lead the new squad. We're gonna go melee, so we're gonna look at, we got some hammer dwarfs, some spear dwarfs, some swords dwarfs. Not as many swords dwarfs, I guess it's kind of rare. This person already has killed 18 elves. 18 elves. Wow, a slayer of elves. And 2 grizzly bears. 2 notable elf kills. Who are you? Neelan Smomig. A human. A human like outlaw or something. A great tracker. So you are a mace dwarf. We could do a mace squad, true. Are you a human? You are a human. I don't know about starting a militia in a dwarven fortress and having it led by a human, but I guess that could be kind of interesting. What have you killed? Another elf. A dwarf this time. But you have no melee skill. How did you kill it then? You killed a tiger? It's impressive. Competent pikeman. I don't know if we've ever done pikeman before. Really? Great clothier, great leather worker, great tracker, great wax worker. My goodness. I kind of don't want to put you into anything because you're so good at other things, but that would be pretty cool to have a squad of pike. Can dwarves even use pikes? I don't know. I've never done that before. Well, why don't we let this person? That seems kind of interesting from a standpoint of like storytelling. Like, oh yeah, we had this adventurer that came in and they slew 18 elves. Nylan Elf Slayer. You know, let's set the nickname. Nylon Elf Slayer. You'd fit right in, right? Because dwarves hate elves. Nylon Elf Slayer. So this person came in and we found out how many elves he'd killed, and we were like, you know what? You're awesome. We're gonna put you in charge of our third militia, and it's gonna be maces. So let's go into our. We have petitions again. Jesus. All right. Let's yeah, we'll go in here and I guess we need to go in the noble screen, don't we? It would be a Militia Captain. So we'll hit enter and we're gonna search for Nylon. Are you there? Wonder if it has to be like that. No? Oh, the wrong way. I put it the wrong way. I guess. No? What the hell? Maybe adventurers can't be? Maybe you can't put them in charge? Baron Consort of Lens Mirrored. Strange. I don't see Nylon there, so maybe they can serve in your squads, but I guess they can't lead your squads, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't see, and this list is a lot shorter than it should be. So let's go back to Therapist and look and see if we can find somebody else who is a Mace Dwarf. Decent Mace Dwarf. Dougal. Dougal's got some Mace Dwarf skill. Could put Dougal in charge of it. Dejection. After being able to acquire something for too long. Self-pity. Nothing after witnessing death. Well, we're going to put you to work, Dougal. You are going to be our new Militia Captain. Congratulations. Where's Dougal? Dougal. Dougal the Animal Trainer. Well, Dougal the Animal Trainer, you are now Dougal the Militia Captain. That's a hell of a promotion. And now we can go back into Therapist and read the dwarves. So Dougal is now... Oh, we have to create a squad. Jeez. Okay. Here we go. Create squad. Metal armor. The Armored Gullies. And we want to look at their equipment. And we want to set them up for maces. They're going to use maces. It's not going to be individual choice. It's going to be maces. So, there is a way to do this for like the whole squad. And I'm going to try to remember it real quick. So, alright. So we can delete this, right? So, deleted. And then we want to add in a weapon. We want to do, it doesn't matter what kind of mace, what it's made out of, just a mace. And then oh, I guess what we could have done is we could have made a uniform. This is P. Okay. Uniforms. There we go. So we could add a uniform here. We'll pause that. We could add a uniform. So what we do is we just say, you know, we hit C to add a uniform. Oh, shit. I'm in the wrong screen. We hit C to add a uniform. Okay, so now it says Uniform 4, but that's not a good name. So we need to name it. So we're going to name it, Mace Militia. That sounds good, right? And then we have to add some items into it. So let's start with armor, right? So we want guess we want like breastplates, and then maybe have to do material, Nikes, metal, armor. Is it gonna be metal now? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. So it just stays on what it's on. Okay, perfect. So now we go to legs. And we just, oh yeah, so then we just go leg wear. And then we go to material. And we just drag that down to metal. And it's good. Okay, that works out a lot better. Helm. Just hit. Yep. That's Dwarf Fortress for you guys. That's Dwarf Fortress for you. Don't hit enter here. Don't hit enter. Helm. You gotta go over to it. Gloves. So, handwear. Basically what we're doing here is we're saying we don't care what occupies that slot as long as it's made out of metal, which is true. I really don't care. It just needs to be metal. Because if you guys are going to be up in people's faces, you need to be armed to the gills. Schnield. Carambola. And weapon. Now weapon, we want to do maces. And I mean, I don't really think it's going to matter. But, oh yeah, okay, so it is just going to be out of metal. So any material, that's fine. Is there anything else we need to do? Color? We could even specify color, which is hilarious. Okay, so that's the uniform. Mace Militia now. Awesome. So if we go to equipment, we can assign a uniform. So capital U, assign uniform, armored gullies, Mace Militia. And we're done. Alright, so in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through Therapist, and we're going to drag a bunch of people in who, number one, have mace skill, but number two, just have some nice martial skills, because they'll do just fine. So we should have plenty of people. I saw tons of little pips everywhere. All these adventurers. I really need to dig in and find out more about. I'm sure the wiki is updated now. Last time I looked at the wiki, it was just like destitute of information, but I'm sure the wiki has really updated by now, and so I can look at the wiki and see what people are saying about, like, should you allow all adventurers in, or should you be choosy? I don't know. Is there a point at which you should stop? Are they going to eat you out of house and home? These are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time, game on.